This is our notebook entry for today. It's going to be called Combining Like Terms. So we need a few little vocabulary words. So we're going to go with coefficient. And a coefficient is a number that is attached to a variable. And you may say, well, what is a variable? A variable is any letter that is used to represent an unknown number. So if we have a coefficient, let's say we have an example, 2x. Your coefficient is the number 2. If you had 3y, your coefficient would be 3. If you had 1000x, your coefficient is 1000. Whatever the number is that accompanies the variable. Now, a variable is any letter. So a variable could be x, it could be y. Those are the two most common variables. It could be a, it could be s. I've seen t. Usually when it's used as t, it's got a little tail on it so you don't think it's a plus sign. So there's any letter can be a variable. It doesn't matter what the letter is. But it does matter that you keep them the same. Like if you're going to combine, you need to keep the same variables combined with the same variable. So if you had, let's do variables in green. If you had 2x, your variable would be x. If you had 3y, your variable is y. And if you had 1000x, your variable would be still x. Now, what are like terms? Like terms are numbers that are alike. So if we had an expression, let's go down here and write the definition of expression first. An expression is a number sentence with no equal sign. So, for instance, if we had an example would be 2x plus 8. There is no equal sign, so we can't figure out what the x is. 2x plus 8 is as simple as it could go. But what if you had 2x plus 8 plus 3x? We could simplify this expression because we have like terms. So I'm going to do like terms in yellow. I have the like terms 2x and 3x. Why are they alike? They're alike because they are both have the variable x. So positive 2x and positive 3x could be simplified to 5x and then just bring this down, plus 8. So I have simplified this expression to 5x plus 8. So let's go back up here and put numbers that are alike. Maybe they have the same variables. Now, numbers aren't always going to have variables. They may just be an 8, a regular 8. It's not a coefficient because it has no variable with it. The 5 is a coefficient, but the 8 is not. An equation is different. Equation is a number sentence with an equal sign. So when we have an equal sign, we can solve for what the variable is, but we are not ready for that. But I did want you to know what an expression was and what an equation was. So an example of an equation would be 2x plus 8 equals, and then we could solve for x. 2x plus 8 equals 4. So when you have an equation written like this, we can solve to find out what x is. But like I said, we're not getting to that yet. We're going to stick with expressions for a little while, and then the better we get at combining our like terms, then we'll get to this equation part. But I did want you to go ahead and have it on your notebook entry. Okay, so you can turn yours over on the back, and let's talk about some expressions some more. Remember, a coefficient is the number. Variables are the letters. Like terms are numbers that are alike. They have the same variables, or maybe they're just regular numbers. And I'm going to shorthand numbers here. So let's do some more examples here. So these are expressions. So if I had 2x plus 6 minus 3x minus 2. Remember when I don't need an equal sign because this is an expression. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. No equal sign. Hopefully you can erase yours. Okay, so my like terms here. I have two terms that have an x. So this is my like terms. I can combine them and negative 3x. Did you notice that I included the sign? It is very important that you include the sign. So what sign does this one have? A positive sign. So if I have positive 2x and negative 3x, then I can combine those and get negative 1x. So if I combine these, I will get 1x. Now I see two other terms that are alike. I see a positive 6, and it's just regular numbers, positive 6, and a negative 2. So if I combine positive 6 and negative 2, I'm going to get positive 4. So I have simplified this long expression into this short expression. 1x plus 4. And I would like to point out that you could also write this as x plus 4. Let's try another one. This time, let me get some of these. Let's say I have negative 6x plus 6 minus 5y plus 3y. Now, how did I know that this was plus 6 and plus 3y? I knew that because I know if there's no minus sign, it has a plus sign. So let me write this. Negative 6x plus 6 minus 5y plus 3y. And you notice I have no equal sign because this is an expression. Now let's find our like terms. I see that I have an x here. I have no other x's, so I'm just going to bring that straight down. Negative 6x. I see that I have a regular number 6, and I have no other regular numbers that I can combine that with, so I'm also going to bring it straight down. And now I see that I have a negative 5y and a positive 3y. They are both like terms because they both have the variable y. So I have negative 5y plus positive 3y, which would give me negative 2y. So this is my simplified expression. Negative 6x plus 6 minus 2y. And again, we have no equal sign, so we are not going any further than this. We can't solve because there's no equal sign. Let's do another one. Let's do 2x squared. X squared means x times x plus 3x minus 2x plus 4x squared minus 5. We can make expressions as long as we want to make them, but we can simplify them by combining like terms. So I see that I have an x squared. Do I have any other x squareds? I do, right here. So these two are like terms. So I have positive 2x squared and positive 4x squared. My signs are the same, so I'm going to add, and I'm going to get 6x squared. I'm not finished. I still have numbers up here. So I see that I also have like terms because I have an x and I have an x here. So I have positive 3x and negative 2x. And that gives me positive 1x. And I see that I have no other like terms, but I can't forget this negative 5, so I bring it down. So this expression simplified is 6x squared plus 1x minus 5. And I would like to also point out that we could write it as 6x squared plus x minus 5. And it means exactly the same thing. You usually don't see the 1. I like to put it when we're starting so we get used to knowing that there's a 1 there. But this is a 1x and this is also a 1x. Because if you think about it, anything times itself is like if x were 5, 1 times 5 is 5. Well, if x were 5, it's still going to be 5 down here. So we don't know what x is because we haven't solved the equation, because it has no equal sign, so it is not an equation. Okay, so this is your notebook entry for today. We will get more into this Monday. Make sure you do both of your slides. I hope you did your first slide first. I need a picture of your notebook entry, and I'll give you a slide to upload that on. All right, have a great day, and I hope y'all have a safe and happy Halloween. Bye-bye.